Hello everyone, I'm Taylor Storthy. Welcome back to historic Dunn Field for the Pioneers game against the Batavia Muckdogs. Your fifth in the standing Pios at 21-19 face the division leader, sister team and rival Batavia, who currently have a record of 26-14. From debuts to returns to being in the dead heat of the playoff race, all signs are pointing for tonight's game to be a classic between these two juggernauts. It's July 26th, 7:04 p.m. The national anthem underway. And with that, we're just about ready to play ball. To start off, I just want to give a quick clarification. Last time we were out in Oneonta, things had started raining and the game would ultimately get canceled. I wasn't sure whether the game would be listed as a result or not, but since the game didn't go 5 innings, it didn't count, and I wasn't perfectly clear about that, so I do apologize. Result was no win, no loss, no tie, nothing. Just a canceled game, and it looks like it'll be too late in the season to reschedule. So the Pios remain 21-19 and continue on a 4-game winning streak. Now we're going to have a first pitch here on the mound. And the first pitch complete. We now are ready to play ball. Here to Stork Dunn Field. "94 years old and still throwing absolute gas on the mound. A beautiful sight for our first pitch. Now, let's take a look at the Pioneers lineup. Braden Coletta makes a return to the mound. Last time he combined with Kevin Serrano for a no-hitter against the Newark Pilots. And he's going to be looking to try to do the same today against the Batavia Muckdogs. Bryce Evans, debutant for the Pios, forms the battery. Marsh at first, Blake at second, Sofsky at short, Chmielewski at third, Odom in left, Manler in center, and Cooper Smith in right. Joe Muzio makes a return to the lineup as the DH, Frank Wayman as the extra hitter. The first 3 due up for Batavia are going to be Leadham, Corso, and Cano. The Pios enter this game on a hot stretch, winning 7 of 10 and 4 straight, as I had previously mentioned. The perfect time to get hot coming up to the playoff push. Not only do the Pios want to get to the playoffs, they would very much like a season to finish over 500 and be the first time the Pios have been able to do that in recent history. The Pios as a team are now hitting .260 on the season, while the team ERA is at .531. The Muckdogs are hitting .227 with a .368 ERA. Not a surprise to see those increased numbers from the division's top team, but the last time these two teams faced each other, the Pioneers took a huge victory. It was on July 21st, a 13-5 victory for the Pios. Hunter Kendall went 5 innings, surrendering just 4 earned, and was able to get the victory, with Jarek Potus pitching 4 lights-out inning of relief. Also in that game, Joel Sofsky, he did well. He went 2 for 4. Bobby Marsh went 1 for 5, but had 4 RBIs. Cooper Smith, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Northern Essex commit is having a great season and had a great night there. Someone else who's having a solid season so far, Leadham, who's going to be leading off and has a .344 average on the season. And here's now the first pitch from Braden Coletta, and I will say, a cooler day out here in Elmira. Currently 77 degrees, so the overheating issue will be a thing of the past. First pitch a little low, ball 1. And again, thank you for tuning in for the stream. Beautiful night here in Elmira. This one's going to be lined. Odom picks it up, however, it'll get down for a base hit. Good play by Odom to get to it and keep it in front of him. Just a couple steps behind. Would have been an incredibly hard catch, so no harm there. Corso will now get a shot with a runner on first. First pitch taken inside. Ball 1. Braden Coletta for the season on the mound. Enters the game 2-2 with a 28-26 strikeout walk ratio. He's been the team's best left-handed pitcher. And as a lefty, always a threat for the opponent because they have to deal with the opposite platoon. So the Muckdogs lefty hitters will have to be careful when facing Coletta. It's now a 2-0 count for Corso. Corso is going to send this one high. It won't have the distance. Odom trying to track it. It's bright out. 1 away. Not being able to track the ball in the sun is an error we sometimes see in the major leagues. Thankfully, Odom is an incredible defensive outfielder and was able to get right under it to make the play. I know if Scott Smith is watching, he'll have a couple painful flashbacks for the Boston Red Sox having those fielding issues. But for this season, the Pios have generally avoided such issues, which is usually a recipe for success. 1 away with a runner on first now for Cano. That one just a little high for ball 1. Cano enters the game with a .302 average, a home run, and 37 RBIs. He leads the Batavia Muckdogs in that category by over 10. That one just a bit inside, ball 2. We've seen Coletta get behind in a few counts here, but generally, after the 2-0 pitch, has been able to force a ball in play that isn't too dangerous. We saw a flyout and one play that was really close that Odom made a great effort on. So I wonder if he can get himself into a weak contact ball again. This time it just goes inside 3-0. That one's low, and now will be ball 4. Cano's a somewhat dangerous hitter for the Muckdogs, and he'll just get to first base safely. That'll bring up Levi Aggia Jr. Aggia having a pretty solid season. .245 average and .428 on base percentage. Shortstop and second ready for a double play opportunity. Want to know, Evans in front of it. We'll go into more about the Pios' new catcher, but I'll also mention that Bryce Evans has joined the Pios for the final week. Isn't listed for bullpen duty tonight, but I imagine we'll see him. Evans, that one is a little wild. Odom picks it up in left field. And an unlucky play for the Pios. An errant throw from Evans brings Leadham home. Cano gets to second. Batavia with an early lead, but a long way to go here with one away. I'd have to really double check that replay. It was a good throw and nearly got there on time, but sometimes you throw it hard and it goes a little high. I know Gil Murad has had a couple of those, but it's always about how you finish, not about how you start. And when Gil Murad would occasionally make that type of play, he would immediately respond with, I'd say, 3 straight runners caught stealing in a row right after. And I know Evans could definitely do the same. He had a great college season, which we'll go into a little more later. But for now, we've got a small break in the action. They need to get the third base back in position. It's been a recurring issue of bases being kicked up and out of the ground. Let me use this time to thank some of our Pioneer sponsors that are helping this team, be able to play our games. Because there's a lot of people who help make the season possible. Thank you to AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Arkish Among Skylar, Arnett Health, Big Fox, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Wheel Electric, Buckley's Automotive, Billy Hill Vineyards, Catholic Charities, Canal Trust, or the Chemung Canal Trust, Clemens Center, Coca-Cola, Danny Mini Marts, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, the Elmira Junior Enforcers, Firefly Adventure Retreat, First Transit, Glove House, Hardinge, Heroes Comic Shop, Hilliard, Jubilee Foods, Just in Time, M&T Bank, NYSCO PBA, Office Equipment, OPWDD, Papa John's, Pinecroft Golf Course, Salins, Save-A-Lot, Seneca Beverage, Serve Pro, Shedden's Wholesale, Simmons Rockwell, Slam and Jam and Barbecue, Solutions FCU, Southern Tier Custom Fab, Suburban Propane, SUI Corning Community College. We'll also tell the final few up next as there's a warm-up pitch from Braden Coletta. Runner on second, a 1-0 lead for the Muckdogs. It'll be up to Coletta to work his way out of the inning here. We know he's got the ability to. Not fully sure. I think that run will go down as earned because it did get on base earned. But that'll be up to the scoring table. And sometimes scoring tables can be inconsistent. And that's a bit disappointing for Bobby Marsh. He had 3 RBIs taken away on plays that were RBIs. This one driving deep left field. And is that fair? No, it's called foul. That is painful for Aggia, but great news for the Pios. That was a moonshot. That would have been fair and a home run, but just goes foul. The count is now 2-1. I'd reset the count by accident, but whew. That would have been Aggia's first home run of the season, but not today. 2-1 here. Coletta looking to get right back into the swing of things. This one a little low. It's a 3-1 count now. We don't see too many balls leave Dunfield. And that one's fouled away. Cooper Smith had a similar hit before, a home run that would have been if it had stayed fair. But now, Coletta's worked to a full count, and it's a chance to get out number 2 right here. Just inside, ball 4. Gio works a long bat. It'll open up the double play opportunity for the Pios. And that's going to bring up Benitez. Abdur Benitez, 5 RBIs this season in 10 games started. He's come on in 5 other games as well. They're trusting him to bat at the 5 spot. Interestingly enough, as a lefty hitter. Here's the first pitch from Coletta. That one a bit outside, ball 1. Coletta wasn't able to get him chasing that time. A good crowd here at Dunn Field. Only 2 more home games left after this in the regular season. And depending on if the Pios can reach the 3 seed, have to wait and see if they can in the postseason host any games. This one gets away and both runners will advance. Evans back on it to keep them at second and third. That one will just be a wild pitch though. Two 2-0 now. Good attempt to frame it from Evans, but not going to be able to do it here. 3-0. Trey Bacon on deck. But first, the 3-0. Ball 4. That'll load the bases. A dangerous spot here. Here comes Coach Billy Wilderman. And a few of the other infielders also, I think, coming in to just try to get some encouragement for Coletta. This team has had a great chemistry and a great bond since game 1. I know Coletta will definitely appreciate some positive words from his teammates and coach, Billy Wilderman, who, by the way, is a technical eligible player. However, he is only the pitching coach. The only time we'd ever see him is if a game went 20 innings, which is physically impossible for the PGCBL. A game is all end after 10 innings. I wonder if that's still the case for the postseason. I'll double check on that. But if a game goes more than 10 innings, it's ruled a tie. So, bases loaded now for Trey Bacon. Braden Coletta, he's got 1 out, and every single base is a force out, which means any grounder can quickly turn into double play. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He's going to get that whiff on a good pitch there. Trey Bacon enters this game with a .270 average. Just inside. I'll say there's been a lot of great break on Coletta's pitches today. However, Batavia showing some good discipline. You've seen Coletta have a lot of successful stuff before. You know he can work his way back into it here. 1-1. And they actually called a balk on Coletta. And Coletta, understandably, a little disappointed at that. I think they were trying to say if there was an extra hand motion. And I think it was just a glove motion. Here comes Drum as well. He's going to talk about it. I'll have to take a look back at the stream replay. I don't think I saw anything too aggressive. If it's not overturned, it'll be pretty much a shame as it turns this game into a 2-0 Muckdog lead. At this point, however, you really can't argue with City Hall, so it'll probably be a 2-0 lead. That's one problem. You just have to be careful with bringing your hands back up. And Coletta, I think, also just asking one more time for some clarification about it. And being a summer ball league, it's always good that you can get these mistakes out of the way coming up to the next college season. And that's what a lot of people try to do. I know Mike Sokol has really taken from day one. This is a chance to improve, working on his pitches and getting stronger. As that bunt nearly got to the booth as it flies away from Bacon's bat. Count now 1-2. So Coletta responding immediately with a strike. He's one more pitch away from a first strikeout of the game. And ball 2. This one popped up. It'll be playable for Blake. 2 away here. And since it was close enough to the infield, no shot for the runners to tag up. That'll bring up Fry now with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Brian Fry is the top hitter for the Muckdogs in terms of average and OPS. 15 RBIs in 38 games, 351. He also leads the team with 13 doubles. He's a lefty batter, though, which means Coletta could have a little advantage as this one's taken outside. I'll notice that the umpires here might be a little more conservative for batters. Umpires in the PGCBL are all over the place from time to time. And in real life, and, well, no, obviously it's real life. In the MLB, too, you'll see expanded zones and different umpire established zones as he swings and misses for strike 1. It's something that pitchers and batters just have to get used to. No umpire is perfect. We don't use robo-umps here in the PGCBL. Well, you have to adapt to what's being called, and sometimes you can take advantage if things are going a certain way. This one's going to be grounded. Sofsky, he can't pick it up. Good effort from him. Throwing to Shimoleski will keep the runner at first, but 2 runs come home. That'll bring up Jerry Reinhardt with 2 away. The previous time the Pios had played the Muckdogs, the Pios had gone down 5-1 in the first inning, but were able to come back and muster a victory. And as I mentioned before, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And the Pios haven't even had a chance to swing the bat yet, so who knows what will happen in the bottom of the inning. Coletta responding with a strike 1 there. This time, the breaking ball lands in the zone, 0-2. Two strikes, 2 away. The throw to second. Won't get there in time. It's going to be picked up by Manler. His throw to third, not in time, and actually hits off the runner. I think that time it wasn't the throw from Evans. It was more Blake and Sofsky getting caught off guard on the stolen base. Unlucky to see. Runner now on third with 2 away. But still a 1-2 count. One more strike would get Coletta out of the jam. Just outside, 2-2. This time that one going the opposite direction. You don't always expect a pitch going to the right from a left-handed pitcher. Reiner not fooled. Ball 3 just inside. It's a full count now with 2 away. And ball 4. Fleming steps up now. Runners at the corners with 2 away. He's hitting 208 this season. Swing and a miss there. Some good low heat from Coletta, forcing a big whiff. 0-1. Runner goes. But this time, Evans not going to risk the throw. He's holding on to it. It's now an 0-2 count. And I'll say generally, the runner on third, you do want to hold it because a bad throw brings home a run. And it's good discipline to have because sometimes you're thinking, oh, I just got to go ahead and get the runner. Safer move is just to wait and try to let yourself get out of the jam. Coletta's the type of guy who certainly can. 0-2. This one just a bit inside. 1-2. And oof, just cuts inside. Unlucky for Coletta to load the bases again. It opens up force outs everywhere. All Coletta needs is 1. Bottom of the order, Torres now up. Number 99. This one popped up. Blake will make the catch and the Pios get out of the inning. Just a bunch of bad luck from a well-placed 2 RBI single to a questionable balk. The Muckdogs score 4, but still plenty of time for the Pios to come back. 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Bases left loaded. Pios baseball will be back after the break as they will have their turn at the plate.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
This is the playoff race. It's heating up. The Pios only half a game back from the Double Days. A win here would likely get them tied for 4th, depending on how tiebreakers work. A win for the Muckdogs would likely clinch their ticket. They haven't got it just yet, but they're relatively close to doing so. 5 games to go for all teams, so plenty of time for the Pios to get into 4th. Even if they can't get a win tonight, they've got 4 more games and a run of good form. That spells good luck most of the time. Cooper Smith leads off for the Pioneers. He's headed to Northern Essex Community College next season. After an incredible summer here with the Pioneers. 298 average, 446 on base percentage. His 22 walks. This won't be a walk, it's just going to be a single. Good effort from short, but not going to be able to get it. And Cooper Smith is going to get the Pios started with a leadoff hit. It's just what the doctor ordered. And it'll bring up Joel Sofsky. 1 on, no one out. Well, Sofsky not only has been the best pitcher with 1 1/3 to go before he's got a fully eligible innings count for record book status. 2.41 ERA, 2.75 average. What a season from the Pios' very own Shohei Ohtani as he takes ball 1. Say about Osofsky, very laid back, and he's out here to have fun, and he does well when he has fun, which is always great to see. That was well hit, but foul. As the count goes 1-1. He can help the team pretty much everywhere. You know the saying, 5-tool player? Well, Osofsky is more like 10. Not only does he have great stuff, good movement, and good control on the mound, he possesses elite defense and great hitting. A little bit hard to get power in a collegiate wood bat league, but he's had some good hits before. And sometimes a slapper is all you need with a good sacrifice. He'll be out for the first of the inning, but Cooper Smith gets to second. Productive out, 1 away. That's going to bring up Bobby Marsh. Penn State commit. He entered the transfer portal just like Cooper Smith. And we'll see Bobby Marsh in D1 baseball next season. He's never hit a home run as a Pioneer, but he possesses a lot of great hitting ability. And we know he's got the power to go deep. He just needs to get that luck from a batted ball. However, doesn't mean he's not hitting well. He's currently 3rd on the team in active players with a 308 average, 428 on base percentage, and a 423 slugging percentage. An electric July is looking to continue that here. It's a chopper that's caught for out number 2. It looked like it had more power behind it. Whoops, typo on that. Apologize. The 0 key is very close to the 2 key, or Q key. Unfortunately, that time, it's playable at second. Here comes Frank Wayman. He is the leading hitter for the Pios with a 336 average. And he also is up there when it comes to on-base percentage, 473 on the season. And also leads the team with 457 slugging. So, pretty crazy numbers for Wayman. Having an absolutely amazing season with the Pios. This one fouled away 0-1. Thompson on the mound for Batavia. Jackson Murphy on the mound for Batavia. 374 averages, or 374 this season when it comes to his ERA. Outside, ball 1. Two and 1. Pios have a runner in scoring position. Wayman would like to bring him home. It would be RBI 22. This one's just popped up. And it's caught. Pios get a hit, but can't convert. One runner left aboard. And the top of the second will be up next. More Pios baseball. We'll be right back after the break.
Owned and operated since.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Remember, Pios fans, there's still 2 more home games left this season, so you can go see your Pios play one more time. And potentially, if we were to make the playoffs, you can see us come and play at home again. Make sure you get some tickets and also keep posted as this week and playoff hunt progress. We're back here at Dunn Field. Pios have 5 more games in the regular season. They're playing tonight against Batavia. They play tomorrow night here against Geneva. Then they travel to Geneva. They then are home again against Jamestown, the final home game of the season, and travel on the road to finish the season out in Batavia. All 5 of these opponents are in the playoff hunt. Jamestown currently 6th, Batavia 1st, Geneva 3rd. So some tricky matchups, but the Pios going to have to pull through to get to the playoffs. Here comes Kevin Serrano. He's going to enter the game now. He also came in earlier for a long relief stint and did a great job against Newark as the Pios took a big victory in 5 innings. Serrano would like to have that luck come again. His first opponent, the leadoff man, Leadham, takes ball 1. Leadham opened it up with a single and would later score. Two 2-0 now. That one a little bit low, 3-0. And ball 4. Serrano issuing a leadoff walk. But Serrano, great bounce back ability. He's able to try to fire right back after that. In the previous game he pitched, he had surrendered a walk at one point, but was able to recover and get out of the jam. He can do the same here. Corso at the plate. 1 on, no one out. Want to go up high. Batavia has been a thorn in the Pios side all season, but the Pios have been able to come out on top before against them, and that was after the Pios had a slow start, going down 5-1. There's another 4-run deficit. Who says lightning doesn't strike twice? The throw to second. The ball was dropped barely by Blake. I think that throw would have just been in time. But a very close play. Runner now on second at the 2-0 count. 1-1 count. I think it was just Leadham with a better jump, unfortunately, there. Great throw by Evans. Serrano this time, it goes a little low. Ball 2. This season, 123 stolen bases for Batavia. They've been caught stealing 23 times. The Pios, 114 stolen bases, or 11 stolen bases, caught 14 times. So both teams active in the base path as the count now goes 3-1. Three-one from Serrano. This one's fouled away. It's now a 3-2 count. And I will say with Kevin Serrano, there are times where he can put some good heat behind his pitches. He doesn't do it all the time, but when he's in a tough jam, he can throw a heater that's got a little more velo than usual, and you can tell when it happens, as you can hear the impact on the catcher's mitt when it's thrown. I wonder if he's going to go for it in this 3-2 count. Good pickoff attempt there. Blake picks it up, but the runner was back in time. It's still a 3-2 count. So really nice night here in Elmira. The heat wave that had been hitting pretty much everywhere in the country has come and gone. This one's going to be sent to center field. Manler will get under it. Throw-in won't be in time, so the runner does tag up. One away. Corso now up with a runner, Cano now up in a runner in scoring position. Inside, just barely ball 1. And I'll say a couple of those have gone the other way. It's kind of half and half. Unlucky for Serrano to have that one just a tad bit inside on the corner. They gave the tie to the batter this time. Serrano's done a good job from the bullpen, though. He's already got 1 out. Just needs 2 more here. This one finds zone 1-1. Good break that time. Taking on that outside corner 1 and 2, and that's when I meant about 50-50. This time, the coin flip works. Serrano can showcase his stuff here and get his first strikeout of the night on this very next pitch, the 1-2. Just a little outside. 2-2. This one fouled away. Still 2-2. Full count now. Swing and a miss there. Fools him with the slider. And 2 away. Aggia up now. 2 outs here in the top of the second. First pitch, this time going to be called strike one. Broke just in time to get in the zone. Aggia got on base with a walk in his first at-bat. This one grounded, picked up by Serrano. And after that leadoff walk, recovers with 3 straight outs. That's that bounce back ability that the Pios are known to have. Good job from Serrano. One runner stranded. No hits, no runs, no errors. More Pios baseball after the break.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
We're back here at historic Dunn Field, and let's take a look at that playoff race one more time. Batavia, tough team of the West Division. They were in a lead fight with Utica, who had slipped up after a very good start. Both teams are pretty much safe for the playoffs, unless they do continue to slip up. Geneva, Auburn, and the Pios, and Tarp Skunks all within 1 game of each other. So the 3rd and 4th seed will be up for grabs until the very end. Now, leading off for the Pioneers, PGCBL Player of the Week, Aiden Blake. Aiden Blake has had an incredible run of form throughout July, and last week included. How good was he last week? He went 11 for 22 with a home run and 9 RBIs. And Blake will be hoping to improve and continue that run here. 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count for Aiden Blake. He's been quoted as the best mustache on the team. He also is tied for the lead in best home run count with 1. This time fooled by that low pitch. It's a 1-2 count here. Blake, .299 this season in total at the plate. Would like to get over 300. This one's going to be sent to right. And caught for out number 1. One away, and that'll bring up Max Manler. Manler's mentioned his golf hijinks before in post-game interviews. However, recently he hit a golf shot all the way to left foul pole in a game. A really well-placed hit that got him extra bases. I know he would like to do that again here, or maybe even clear the wall and try to help the Pios on a road back from this 4-run deficit. Mailer's just the type of guy who can get the offense going. This one's going to be grounded to short. And takes a weird hop out of short's glove. That'll be likely an error on Torres. And second hit of the game, or second time the Pios can get on base. That's now going to bring up someone who's finally back. He had a cast, but he's good to go. Number 51, Joe Muzio, makes a return to the plate. We mentioned in Oneonta he was doing some hitting practice. And now he's ready to go again. .235 this season, 14 RBIs and a home run. Musio's going to send this one deep center field. It'll be caught on the run for out number 2. I will say, though, that's productive to find that power from Musio. That shows he is back. He's not going to be held back recovering from that injury. They'll still send the ball deep. This time, just a little short. But we know that Joe can hit it very far. He hit a home run here at Dunfield back when I was still recovering from COVID. That'll bring up Kyle Shimoleski. 2 outs, bottom of the second. He's got Manler on first. Pickoff attempt, Manler's safe. Manler, 12 for 13 in stolen bases this season. He's 4th in total stolen bases in the Pios after the 3-way tie for first. Safe again. Close pickoff throws, but Manler getting back just in time. Shimoleski this season hitting .224 with a .390 on base percentage. He carries an impressive 17 free base to 11 strikeout ratio. This time he's going to take this one for strike 1. It's always good to take the first pitch. That's generally the advice from Ted Williams in his hitting guidebook. Try to see what the pitcher's throwing, and especially if it's a fastball, you can learn how to read it. Another pickoff attempt. Manler safe again. Fouled away 0-2. Manler goes, the 1-2. That throw takes a weird hop. Manler is going to actually try to make it to 3. And he is safe. That's an errant throw that'll get him all the way to 3rd. So, unfortunately, Manler won't get his 13th stolen base. Frankly, he won't care. He's got an extra 90 feet under his belt. It's now a 1-2 count with 2 away. A well-executed stolen base. And Manler, you can call him another 5-tool player. Hits with some good power, gets good contact, and is also an elite defender. Just low, ball 2. Good break in that pitch, but Kyle Shimoleski won't fall for it. He's done a great job with the Pios. A very versatile utility player, and pretty good at the plate. And he's going to get on base. It's not the way you want to get on base, but it can be an effective way. Runners at the corners, and here comes the debut for Bryce Evans. He had an incredible college season over at the Massasoit. I'm not going to try that pronunciation. I do apologize. That's incredibly tough pronunciation. But what's easy to see is his elite hitting. .463, which led his team by nearly 60 points in that category. He also had 4 home runs and 30 RBIs. He's come on as a late season addition for the Pios and adds a little bit of hitting prowess and power as he's going to take ball 1. He's headed to UMass Boston next season for college baseball. Has a chance to finish out the season here in Elmira. And he's going to get on base. Don't always want to get plunked by a pitch, but to quote Billy Beane, if you're getting on base, it doesn't matter how. Odom is now going to have a bases-loaded spot as the pitching coach will come out for Batavia, just, I think, to help Murphy get refocused. But you know, the Pios, one lucky shot could tie the game. Odom, I think, would certainly like it. We know Odom is very much known for his defensive strength as a Pio hitter, but also carries a .245 average this season. He's had 2 RBIs and 6 at-bats with the bases loaded. He'd love to do that and get maybe even another RBI this time. What can Odom do here with the bases loaded? 2 away. Strike 1, nicely down the middle. But again, it's a good tactic to take that first pitch and see what he's throwing. Odom wanting to get a read of it. This one well outside. Good take from Odom. 1-1. Odom pops this one up. And that'll end the inning. Pios Strand, bases loaded after getting on base with 2 errors in the inning. More Pios baseball right after this as we enter the top of the 3rd.
What if white wine was not made for poultry, but for friendship? What if red wine set aside the steak and made room for love? What if we've been drinking wine wrong all along, and instead wine was to be shared as a human experience with love, integrity, and hope? Hi, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the vineyard manager and property manager of Bully Hill Vineyards, and I'm a 4th generation winemaker and 5th generation grape grower of my family. So it all started with my great-great-grandfather George and his son Walter Taylor Sr. They came up to this region for the promise of a better life due to the rising wine industry on Keuka Lake. Walter Taylor was the one who first started the Taylor Wine Company. The Taylor Wine Company was one of the largest wineries in the United States. My great-grandfather had passed away, and my grandfather Brayden and his 2 brothers Fred and Clarence took over the company at its peak, producing around 40 million gallons of wine a year. Brayden had a son, Walter, who was my father, and he started Bully Hill Vineyards in 1967. My father had a vision for the Finger Lakes wine industry. When Bully Hill was started, only 5 producers existed, and now there's over 300. And he firmly believed that you have to have a certain level of integrity and honesty with the people around you and yourself. And these are kind of the staples of what our business is. Bully Hill was built on the back of French-American hybrid vines. These varietals were developed in France in the 19th century, and they were brought over by my grandfather in the 1950s. And here at Bully Hill, we started the experimental farm, from where these hybrid varietals have made their way to almost all 50 states. As we become more environmentally conscious, we're looking for agricultural solutions that have less impact on the environment. Now, the French hybrids that my grandfather brought over in the 1950s already solved this.
Hey Cam, welcome to the stream, and if you're also just joining us, welcome. Pios currently trail, but have plenty of time to go. A 4-0 lead for the Muckdogs. Leading off will be Benitez as Kevin Serrano is set for his 2nd inning of work. Outside, ball 1. This season on the mound, Kevin Serrano enters with a 5.59 ERA, an 18-17 strikeout to walk ratio. I will say, Kevin Serrano is coming off an incredible showing, going over 4 innings and keeping the Newark Pilots quiet, as he and Coletta combined for a no-hitter. Two and one, finds the strike 1 here against Benitez, who got on base with a walk last time. And 3-1 here, just a little outside. Ooh. Good late break on that pitch. It's a 3-2 count. Benitez was ready to toss his bat and take his base. And ball 4, just a little low. Runner on first, no one out. I'll bring up Trey Bacon, who popped out in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss there. Absolutely filthy slider that drew that swing and miss. Strike 1. And tough to hear about Scotty Cam. Hopefully he'll do okay. 0-1. Runner off first. Wonder if Serrano might try a pickoff. Wonder if the runner will go at all. This one fouled away. It's 0-2 now. Oh, 2 again. And strike 3, he's going to get him looking there. Second strikeout of the game for Kevin Serrano, 1 away. That brings up Fry again. He had 2 RBIs on a single in his last at-bat. So runner on first, a double play opportunity open. A little bit low for ball 1. Another great start here from Serrano. He's let up 2 early walks, but has always recovered immediately afterward. Now the count is 1-1. One and 2 now. One, 2 with that runner on. Small lead here from Benitez, so he's likely not going. He's going to step off quickly and just look at first and think about the pitch he wants to throw to try to get strikeout number 2. And we'll go again after another foul ball. Serrano forcing weak contact. I'll say one thing he might be disappointed about is that it's not weak contact in play for a double play. He's always got a chance to do that next pitch, though, and he's still ahead 1-2 in the count. Long at-bat here. Still going on. This one sent to left. Odom not there as it goes foul. If it was fair, Odom would have likely made that catch for the second out. He was tracking it really well. But just too hard to get as it did go foul. 1-2 again. Swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 3 for Kevin Serrano. 2 away here in the top of the third. And Kevin Serrano, he is battling through. He had to come on, and he's going to be tasked with trying to go 4, maybe 5 innings. But he has done very well to start out, and he's now got himself 2 outs with a force out at second, with Reinhardt at the plate. He's opened up the game with a walk in the first inning. That's some heat that's low, and it's strike 1. Can't tell whether that's just a standard low heater or whether there was a little break behind it. I think it was fast enough where it wasn't enough break to be a sinker. 0-1 now. Runner goes, throw from Evans, in time, and the Pios are going to be able to get out of the inning. And like I said before, it took 1 or 2 times, but Evans with an excellent throw there. And with that, the inning is over. 1 runner gets thrown out, so no runners will be left on base. It's a 1-2-3 inning in a workaround type of way. More Pios baseball after this as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a 4-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
Bottom of the 3rd underway. Pios still trail, but they were getting close. They ultimately stranded a bases loaded spot. They're going to be set to come back here. Cooper Smith, Joel Sofsky, Bobby Marsh, the 3 due up this time. And really quickly, we'll have to reset the second base back into position again. Here comes Cooper Smith ready to go. Bottom of the 3rd, no one out. strike one. This one fouled away. 0-2 now. And Cooper Smith gets hit. He's going to get on base. I mentioned before, Cooper Smith leads the team at getting hit by pitches. It's not the stat you want to lead in, but it does help your on-base percentage, and that's been a strength for Cooper Smith all year. That'll bring up Joel Sofsky. Runner on, no one out. Ball one inside. .74 degrees. 8:16 p.m. here at Dunfield. Checks up, and they're going to call that strike one. Couple groans from the fans. And I think Elmira dug out two with that. It looked like he had held up there. 1-1. That one low, 2-1 now. Two and two. Count will be 3-2, and that throw gets away. Cooper Smith, he's now going to try to get to 3, and he will. Another errant throw from home plate. And the runners have a runner 90 feet from home. 3-2 to Olsofsky. Runner on third. Olsofsky at the plate. Pops this one up. I think that's deep enough to send a runner home. And throw not in time. Sacrifice fly and RBI for Joe Olsofsky. (4-1) lead. The Pios have got one run back, one away. I'll say you hear the Don't You Know Pump It Up song being played. Well, the Pios as a team, after their win against Niagara, went to Niagara Falls and actually had a chance to experience Maid of the Mist. And Bobby Marsh and other Pioneers were all able to chant Don't You Know Pump It Up while exploring and watching the falls. This one, however, falls into left field's glove, 2 away. But yeah, it was a great trip to Niagara Falls that the team was able to enjoy. Get to see one of the wonders of the world up in person. Absolutely beautiful and special experience. And it's always good as well that Pios are able to do that, coming off a very good high of a win in Niagara of a 7-inning game because of the run-ahead rule. Wayman lines that and caught very well at first. And that's one of those plays that you say, man, I rolled the dice, and it came up snake eyes. Shame for Wayman. He'll fall to 0 for 2. Pios do bring home one run, though, off one error. But no one left on base afterward. 4-1, Pios a little bit closer. They'll be right back after this.
Nearly 3,000 employees working across various locations in the Southern Tier, Arnett Health was recognized as one of America's best mid-size employers by Forbes for 2022. And we turn to our employees to find out what makes Arnott such a good employer.
Is the level of ownership that everyone has for their work and the amount that they show that they care.
Regardless of role or job title, everyone here supports one another and brings passion to the work they do.
During the COVID pandemic, we had everybody in our system come together and work as a really strong team.
They want to be here, they love being here, they love helping everybody.
Everywhere I go, we have just great staff. And they're my friends, and I see them, how dedicated and hardworking they are.
It's amazing how much perseverance and effort we go through to strive for the best patient outcomes possible.
Here are the final few sponsors for the Pios to complete what we started in the first inning. Susan mentioned DDS, the Cakery, Tioga Downs, Today's Special, Tom South Corning, the Town of Southport, Tower Broadcasting, Turtle Leaf, the U.S. Navy, Value Homes, Vasco, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Waste Markets, and Wilbur Auto. Thanks again to all those Pioneer sponsors, and Pioneer Baseball back for the top of the fourth inning. Well, Sofsky had a sacrifice fly RBI, and the Pios were able to cut that deficit down. Going to be looking to try to keep it this way as we are ready to go. Top of the fourth inning. Leading off for Batavia will be Reinhardt. His at-bat was interrupted with a caught stealing attempt that ended up with a caught runner. Bunt dropped down. It's actually a really well-placed bunt. The throw just a second late because it was a perfect bunt. Disappointing there for the Pios, but whenever a leadoff runner had been surrendered by Serrano, he's been able to work out of that jam immediately. In fact, he did that in the previous inning in the third and also did it in the second. Taken for strike one there in this first pitch of the new at-bat from Serrano to Fleming. He got hit by a pitch back in the first inning in his first at-bat. This one a little low, 1-1. I think it's a pretty common pitch we see from Serrano, that low fastball. This one bunted again, and this time Serrano makes the throw for the first out of the inning. It'll be graded as a sacrifice, though, as it did the job to get Reinhardt to second. Torres will now have a chance with one away and a runner in scoring position. He popped out in his previous at-bat. Tomorrow, the Pioneers will be back at Dunn Field to face the Geneva Doubledays. They then are going to face them, Geneva Red Wings, not the Doubledays. Taylor, get it together. But after that, they'll then travel on the road to Geneva. We'll have to see what happens there because connection isn't usually great up in Geneva. So that might be a pre-recorded game. I'll keep you posted on what I'll do for that. Then the Pios return to Dunfield against Jamestown, and finally on the road against Batavia again. 5 days, 5 straight games, and hopefully we'll have another week of baseball, of playoff baseball afterward. We'll have to wait and see how this week goes. Want to know now from Serrano to Torres. This one grounded, another short one. Serrano with a great throw to third, using his pitching arm to get the out. So that one's not a sacrifice since it wasn't a bunt. Not intentional, but it also still does a job as a productive out. Reinhardt now 90 feet from Hope. Leadham, he led off in his first 2 at-bats, but now is up with 2 away. Strike 1 taken. Fouled away, so now 2 strikes to 2 away here. Chance for Serrano to retire another clean inning. I apologize, wrong whistle. Right next to each other on the sound. I do apologize, wrong one. Serrano is going to have a chance to reset and get ready. This one sent deep. Cooper Smith under it. And the inning is over. 1 hit off a well-placed bunt, but that is all because Serrano stays on fire and gets out of the jam. Pios baseball right after this.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
Aiden Blake leads off for the Pios. The PGCBL Player of the Week after an impressive previous week. Started out with a disappointing flyout, but we know Aiden Blake can respond very well and come right back. This one fouled away, 0-1. He's had a great season here in Elmira and has really come alive in the second half. Swing and a miss, 0-2. One and two now, taking that hard pitch. And this time gets him swinging and missing. That's the first strikeout of the game for Batavia. One away. That'll bring up Max Manler. Got to third after getting on base with an error. Strike one taken. This one sent to center field. Bacon under it. 2 away now. That'll bring up Joe Muzio. He hit one deep to center field in this previous at-bat. However, wasn't deep enough. Here's another shot right here with 2 away. Swing and a miss there for Muzio, strike 1. Good to see Muzio back in the lineup. Not yet playing defense, but he's generally played at the corner infield positions. Wonderful return there later, as he now goes 0-2. At this point, I think 1-2 here as he takes this one outside, fighting back into the count. And a good take there from Muzio. It's now a 2-2 count. Muzio sends that one deep right field. And it's caught at the track. That's a shame for Muzio. An absolute laser that time. But it'll end the inning. Pios go down in order. Thank you, U.S. Southern Tier Custom Fabs, for this inning's sponsor. Top of the 5th. Up next, Pios still trail by 3.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
With Chemung Canal's mobile banking services, you can get back to doing what you love most faster. At Chemung Canal, you chart your course and we'll help you get there. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Corso leading off for Batavia. Last time he faced off against Serrano, he flew out. Serrano so far has faced a total of 11 batters from Batavia. And he's allowed just 1 hit. He's done a great job here in a long relief role. He's going to be looking to try to finish out a great appearance, whether it ends this, next, or even further on, as he's looked great. This one, shot deep left field. Yeah, sorry, Kev. I think that's the commentator's curse. Corso gets everything behind that, similar to Muzio, but this time it clears the wall. It's a 5-1 lead for the Batavia Muckdogs. Well, the last time that Kevin Serrano conceded a home run in the first pitch of an inning, it was against Jamestown, where the Pioneers were able to come back and win. So I wonder if the Pios can maybe pull that out of their hat one more time. This first pitch here is inside, ball 1. It's now 2 hits in 3 innings, one of them going yard, but another great appearance here from Kevin Serrano, and his task, just keep it as close as he can, as they hope the Pioneers' bats will eventually get underway. This one low, ball 2. Cano 0 for 1 with a walk. Three and 0, just a little high. Evans talking with Serrano just for a quick second, getting him ready for this next part of the at-bat. Ball 4 just inside. Cano gets his second walk of the day. That'll bring up Aggia Jr. to the plate. Runner on, no one out. Today, Aggia 0 for 1. He also had a walk and run. Oh, 1 taken. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and Serrano getting right back to work. This one sent to center field. Manler tracking it. One away. Benitez now up. He's walked twice today. First pitch taken from Evans. And just not in time at second. It was a close play. Great throw, a great tag. 0-1 count. That gets some vibrant brews throughout Dunn Field. That was nearly a perfect play. Not in the fault of the Pios at all. I think just a well-executed jump. 0-1 here. Runner on second. One away. I think they did get him in time, though. That's what's disappointing as part of that play. Taken inside. It's 1-1. Although I will say, Sofsky had a similar checked swing that was called a strike, so 1-1 here. Taken outside, ball 2 again. They asked for the swing, but they say he didn't go. This time it goes a little low, 3-1. current winning streak the Pios have been on has been their longest all season. And even if it ends tonight, they still continue a 6 out of 10 run of form. And honestly, a loss can be a wake-up call for the Pios. You just get them resettled and focused, as they've got some tough competition the rest of the week. Playoffs hang on the balance. One loss won't kill them. And honestly, we've seen losses be able to motivate the Pios into success before. That's ball 4 to Benitez. One of their previous Pio losses was against Jamestown, another playoff rival. And guess what that led them to? 4 straight wins. 2 runners on with 1 away. The walk does open up a double play opportunity again. Trey Bacon up now, 0 for 2. Fouled away, 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. This one's going to be grounded, not picked up by Serrano. They do get the force out, though. Good effort from Serrano, but Sofsky does get the play on the fielder's choice. Runners now at the corners with 2 away here. That'll bring up Fry now. Outside, ball 1. Fry had a single and a strikeout. He's 1 for 2. Evans up quickly, but no one goes. 2-0 count. That one inside. Evans tries to throw, and that actually works really well. They didn't get the tag, though. But the runner's going to go back. So a run scores, but the inning... Actually, wait. Hold on. I think a run scores because the runner reached home before the tag was made. But ultimately, a runner is caught stealing. Yes, okay. So, Trey Bacon, he's caught stealing. But Cano scores from third. Very complicated play, but good defense. Sofsky misses the initial tag. However, he responds quickly after Bacon tries to then go back to second with a throw that Aiden Blake recovers for the final out. So, yeah, that happened within a split second. That'll end the inning. 6-1 lead for Batavia. But more Pios baseball will be back right after this.
When you're on the go.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. looking forward while embracing our legacy, staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients, focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Bottom of the 5th inning underway. Murphy continues his strong start. He now has an extra 2-run buffer after a successful top of the 5th inning. Serrano was able to recover early, and a little hiccup of a play and a pickle brought one more run home, but they were able to get out of the jam. Pios now have a chance to come right back, and just to repeat what happened on that play, caught stealing, but a runner was able to advance home because he got to base before the runner was out. Chmielewski leads off. Strike one taken. Got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. 0-2 now. One and two here for Chmielewski. 2-2 now. So he's worked his way back into a closer to even count. And ball 3. Full count now. Swing and a miss. Gets a long at bat, but unfortunately will go down swinging. One away now here in the bottom of the 5th. Here comes Evans. He got hit by a pitch before. He's going to be looking to do a little bit better right here. He already got on base, but I think he's going to want to get his first hit. Outside, 1-0. One and one. This one fouled away. It's 1-2 now. This one sent to the outfield. Gets down for a base hit. And Evans gets his first hit as a Pioneer with that little blooper. Lands right in the dead zone of no man's land between the infield and outfield, and is enough to get the offense back on the hit column for the first time since Cooper Smith's leadoff hit. Odom now has a chance with one on and one out. This one's going to be sent to short. They get the first out at second and the second out at first. Odom nearly ran that out. That'll end the inning. Pios Baseball will be back right after this.
Nearly 3,000 employees working across various locations in the Southern Tier, Arnett Health was recognized as one of America's best mid-size employers by Forbes for 2022. And we turn to our employees to find out what makes Arnott such a good employer.
Is the level of ownership that everyone has for their work and the amount that they show that they care.
Regardless of role or job title, everyone here supports one another and brings passion to the work they do.
During the COVID pandemic, we had everybody in our system come together and work as a really strong team.
They want to be here, they love being here, they love helping everybody.
Everywhere I go, we have just great staff. And they're my friends, and I see them, how dedicated and hardworking they are.
It's amazing how much perseverance and effort we go through to strive for the best patient outcomes possible.
Bottom of the sixth, Serrano still doing well. Some base running shenanigans brought a second earned run for him home. But Serrano having a great night again. He's come on for another long relief stint and has done a great job of keeping things close. Here's his first pitch. This one's well outside, 1-0. Fry, who's 1 for 2, is back at the plate. It was his at-bat that got interrupted by the base running. I'll call them shenanigans because it was one of the classic pickles that kind of ends in a weird way. 2-0 here. Two and one. Three and one here, just a little outside. Fouled away, so the count will go full. When it comes to leadoff batters, they've always reached base one way or another. But he could try to turn that trend around right here. And even when they've reached base, that hasn't slowed Serrano down. He's been able to chain some outs together afterwards and leave the inning without too much damage. 3-2 here. Another very long at-bat with Serrano and a Batavia player. Serrano was able to win the last time this happened. Here, it's not a 1-2 count, though. It's a 3-2 count. So a little more stressful. But Serrano, he's got the nerves, and he is able to handle him. 3-2 here against Fry. This one popped up. Playable in foul territory. One away. Pretty sure that was Chmielewski on that play. One thing I do know for sure, it's one out and no one on. The graphic is wrong. I apologize. The 1-for-1 Reinhardt gets another chance right here. He led off and got a single in the 5th inning. Or 4th inning, I meant. But he won't get a hit here. Manler makes the play. Two outs now. That'll bring up Mitch Fleming. Hit by pitch and at a sacrifice. So 0 for 0. On 1. On 1 here from Serrano. And Reinhardt swings and misses this time. It's 0-2 now. Sorry, Fleming swings and misses. Now 2 strikes, 2 away. Chance for a 1-2-3 inning for Serrano. One and 2. He takes this one. I'll mention that for the season, Fleming has a 10-to-21 strikeout ratio, so the odds of a 1-2 count will certainly be in the favor of Kevin Serrano right here. Claps here at Dunfield. This one just a little bit low, 2-2. And now it's 3-2. Ball 4, Fleming does work a walk. That'll bring up Torres now. 1 on with 2 away. Runner on first. 2 outs, a chance for Serrano to retire Torres and keep the damage at 0 this time. 0-1 here. 0-1 now. Pickoff attempt not in time. Count now 1-1. This one goes just a bit outside. Pios still battling hard here. The 1-1. It's 2-1, just a little inside. Three and 1 now. And this time is going to get him looking. 3-2. The at-bat will continue. Torres a little disappointed, but it's good news for Serrano. This one sent left field, but Odom under it. That'll end the inning. Couple long at-bats, but Serrano gets out of the jam with just one base runner. A runner that'll ultimately be stranded. More Pios baseball right after this, entering the bottom of the 6th inning.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a four-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
Murphy's done a good job through 5 innings. But for inning number 6, the Pios want to get right back into it. Currently trailing by 5. Leading off will be the top of the order, Cooper Smith. 1-for-1 with a hit by pitch and single. 1-0, just a little bit high. The course of a game can change quickly. Tavia's bullpen currently empty. Ooh, that one ricocheted right off the catcher, I believe. 1-1. I think he's okay, though, which is a good sign. Those can always be dangerous balls. Good framing there, and the count now 1-2. Cooper Smith still able to fight back. This time goes around, strike 3. That'll bring up Joel Sofsky with one away. That one broke well for strike 1. Sofsky had a great season, and so far tonight, he had a sac fly, bringing home an RBI. But now goes down 0-2 on that swing and miss. Good take there, 1-2. 9:07 p.m. 71 degrees here in Elmira. And now he's going to go down swinging. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 today for Murphy. That'll bring up Bobby Marsh. 0 for 2, but certainly due. Two away now here in the bottom of the 6th. That one well outside, ball 1. Marsh sends this one foul. Question is, will it go far enough? Yes, it will. 1-1. This one sent to first. Great defense shown all night there, from a diving play to stop a Wayman hit. And here, it denies Bobby Marsh. Pios baseball returns after this, still trailing, entering the top of the 7th.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation, we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
I had mentioned previously that Bryce Kreiner had finally joined the Pioneers late in the season, and he will actually get the call from the bullpen to relieve Kevin Serrano. Serrano pitched 5 innings of 2-run ball, only surrendering 2 hits. A really good outing for him. And now Kreiner will be tasked with trying to go as long as he can, keeping it as close as he can. He was previously with the Finger Lakes Falcons, and we've seen him a couple times at Dunn Field, generally with the other team. His NCSA profile mentions he's got a fastball that can get pretty close to 84, 85 miles an hour. Last season at Addison High School, had a .230 ERA in 45 innings with 72 strikeouts. This one high, ball 1. Leading off now for the Batavia Muckdogs is going to be the top of the order, Leadham. It's the 3rd time he's leading off today. 2-0 now. This time finds strike 1. It's a 2-1 count. Just a little high, ball 3. Can always be tricky warming up for the first batter. Evans just going to come out and I think get on terms with Kreiner about what they're trying to plan for the rest of the at-bat. Three and two. This one sent for a base hit down the line. Gets by 3rd and short for a leadoff single. That's only the 6th hit of the day. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 5th hit of the day for the Muckdogs. They mainly capitalized on free bases, errors, and other things to score. Want to know? Just inside. Corso today, doing pretty well. He's 1 for 3, but notably his previous at-bat went yard for a home run with an RBI. Kreiner's got a double play opportunity though. See if he can force the first ground out here from Corso. Oof, that one just getting that outside corner, 1-1. Evans, the throw to second. And Evans on fire with that throw. You could say that he should be 3 for 3 in his last caught stealing attempts. That didn't, end in a crazy pickle. But this time, it is called, and lead him out at second. Cannon of an arm. And like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And he's not even finished yet. He's continuing a very strong night behind home plate. And this time, it's going to be 2-2 here. I accidentally reset the count. Two now for Corso. This one lined, and so close for Shimoleski. You could see him. He thought he almost had it, and it was really close. Great effort there. And that's one thing that the Pios are never short of. Even in tough days, they always give 110%. They've never been shut out. They've never had a game called early. They've always kept fighting. And that, I think, is very indicative there. Shimoleski, I think only Jarek Potus would have the vertical to get to that, though. That naturally, because Jarek Potus is a two-sport athlete doing basketball and baseball. Great effort, but he'll put a runner on first with one away. It reopens a double play opportunity for Cano. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. One and one as that one's fouled away. One and one again. Kreiner's got a man on first. This one grounded over to third, but it's going to go foul before it gets to Chmielewski. A couple jeers from the Pios dugout as the third base coach can't pick it up. 1 and 2. This one popped up. Marsh makes the play, 2 away. So Kreiner, he's got just 1 out left before he keeps a clean inning. Aggia steps up. Two away. Aggia for today, 0 for 2 with a walk. Fouled away, 0-1. Always got to be careful when foul balls go that way, whether it's a line drive to a dugout, into the crowd, or a fly ball backward that could get into the parking lot. Haven't heard any cars getting hit yet, but naturally, that's a danger from time to time. 0-1. 1-1 here. Two and one. Swing and a miss, 2 and 2. 2 strikes, 2 away. just a man on. Oh, yeah, wrong audio again. Wrong audio again, but now 2-2. Kreiner would love to get a first strikeout right here on this pitch. This one grounded, and Kreiner picks it up. That'll end the inning. A great opening inning for the late arriving Pio and Kreiner. 2 hits surrendered, but both runners ultimately out or stranded as no runs come home. 1 stranded, no errors, no runs. Bottom of the 7th and 7th inning stretch coming right up.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a 4-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
Bottom of the 7th about to get started. Just a reminder, of course. Tomorrow we're at home again against Geneva. Then we travel on the road to Geneva. Then we're at home against Jamestown and finish the season on the road in Batavia. Of course, you might have next week baseball too if we can get to the postseason. We'll need to get back in the win column and hopefully come back tonight. Bottom of the 7th. Murphy still doing pretty well. Is on 71 pitches, entering the 7th inning. Wayman will lead off now for the Pioneers. Wayman grounds that one. Picked up at short. And he's going to beat the throw to first. Great speed on the base path from Wayman. Wayman doesn't seem like a guy who's got jets, but he really does. In fact, not only is he great at beating out throws, he's 13-0 on stolen base attempts all season, leading the team in accuracy and tied for the most. That's now going to bring up Aiden Blake. He's 0 for 2 today, but we know he can turn things around. He was named PGCBL Player of the Week and has been on fire in July. And maybe that opening hit could light a fire for the Pios, as this one's taken a little bit low but in the zone. Strike 1. 0-1 here now for Blake. Swing and a miss 0-2. One and 2 as he takes this one up high. Didn't fall for the high heater that time. This time he's going to go down looking as that breaking ball lands in the zone. One away here with a runner on. That's going to bring up Max Manler. This one's grounded up the middle, and Manler is going to get a base hit. Wayman stays at 2. And oh, he's going to be missed. Wayman held up at third, and center field wasn't able to pick that one up. That's going to be a hit, but a single for Manler will advance to second via error. That'll bring up Joe Muzio. 2 runners in scoring position. Just one away. Sacrifice fly definitely on the table. Little activity over in Batavia's bullpen. Murphy's had a great outing so far, but I know the Pios would certainly like to face a different pitcher and maybe get a little more luck. Maybe things are starting to come up as Murphy's losing a little steam here. One away. Fouled away by Muzio. We've seen Muzio drive some balls today, including one that was, I think, mere feet away from being a solo shot. He's got a chance now with one away to try to get something going for the Pios and bring a run home. First game back from an injury. And 0-2 here. And it really feels like Muzio hasn't really left with the way he's been playing. The fortunate thing is, a little bit of BABIP luck not going his way. But still, really solid at-bats and good approaches. He's currently down 0-2 though, and wants to bounce right back. He's just going to step away. And I'm thinking he might have called time beforehand, so it's still 0-2. And Muzio goes down swinging this time. That'll bring up Kyle Shimoleski with 2 away. And 1. Shimoleski was hit by a pitch and also struck out swinging in his previous at-bat. Murphy had no strikeouts through 3, but now it's 5 strikeouts through 3 2/3. Piles down to their last strike this inning as that was a close one taken outside. One and 2 now. And that time he's going to go down swinging. Pios strand 2. More Pios baseball right after this.
When you're on the go, your bank...
Top of the 8th, Kreiner back out on the mound. He'll likely be given a job to just finish out the game, go 3 innings, and see what he can do. Help save some other Pio bullpen arms, as we're going to enter a very high leverage final week of the season. I'll also use this moment to take a look around the PGCBL about some of the other games that are going on right now. Benitez leads off. Ball 1 just inside. Look around the PGCBL. The Jamestown Tarp Skunks took an 8-3 loss to the Niagara Power. The Utica Blue Sox are currently in a close game against the Watertown Rapids. Amsterdam defeated Socrates. Mohawk Valley defeated Boonville. Glens Falls is currently trailing to the Albany Dutchmen. Things stand as they are, including for this game. The Pios would stay ahead of the Tarp Skunks, but fall half a game back to the to the Auburn Double A's. 3-0 here, as this one's taken a little bit high. Feels like a few of the calls have gone more towards Batavia when it comes to batters at the plate. But again, there also have been a couple plays that have been called strikes that would have been balls, so have to see. But this one, 3-1 now. Ball 4. Benitez opens up with a walk. But again, this is the playoff race, and the Pios would fall to 21-20, so they would be just one game back because of that game in hand. Tarp Skunks would probably be 1.5 back at 21-21, or they actually are 21-21. But the Pioneers aren't 21-20 just yet. Still got another chance. Trey Bacon at the plate again. 1 on, no one out. Just outside, ball 1. Looked like an accidental pitch out there. Evans stays on it. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two and 1. Two and 2 here. So Kreiner fighting right back. Similar to Serrano, might surrender an early runner, but battles immediately to try to get an out. Fouled away, still 2 and 2. This one just nicely placed between first and second. Cooper Smith picks it up and keeps runners at the corners. 2 on, no one out. Focaro warming up in the bullpen. just in case of emergency. That one gets away. It's a 1-0 count. And because it does go a little wild, runners at second and third. Two and 0. Swing and a miss, 2 and 1 here. Kreiner still fighting back. Fry's got 2 in scoring position. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Three and 1 now. That one sent to left. Odom under it. One away. Runner will stay at second, but a run scores on a sacrifice. Reinhardt now up. 7-1 game. One away. Kreiner steps off and just tosses to third. As again, just to step off the mound to avoid a balk, you just gotta get a motion to throw it. It's generally pretty lenient. That's why you don't always see balks in the league. Of course, we did see one a little bit earlier tonight. I'll have to take a look, but honestly, that might have been a little harsh to have that balk earlier. Got a feel for Coletta there. 0-1 now. Kreiner finds his own to open the at-bat. Still 0-1. One and one. Two and one. A little low, but Evans back on it. 3 and 1. Yeah, ball 4. Weinar gets aboard. That's going to bring up Fleming. Here comes Coach Billy Wildeman. Just Wildeman, so doubt there will be a change. Most likely just be one to try to get Kreiner focused up again. Fleming now up against Kreiner. Current line score, 7 runs and 7 hits and 4 errors for Batavia. 1 run on 4 hit and 2 errors for the Pios. Batavia just being lethal when it comes to converting runners on base. And, of course, a lot of the offense came from a strong 4-run first inning. Strike 1 taken. Double play ball open. The Pios would like to get their first of the game. Popped up. It's now 0-2. One and 2 this time. Swing and a miss. Kreiner gets a big strikeout. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. So very nice timing as well with the car outside of Dunfield. Torres steps up now with 2 away. He's 0 for 3. Oh and 1. And Evans on top of it. Can't make the throw in time to stop the base stealers. The double steal works. Second and third now with 2 away. Double play ball would have been impossible either way with 2 outs. But no more force outs, which will make things a tiny bit tougher. That one to right field. Cooper Smith tracking. He gets in front of it. But it takes a weird hop. He'll score both runners. It's a 2 RBI double. Batavia extends their lead. Hit opposite field. Just a tough ball to field. Cooper Smith did a good job of preventing it from being a triple by getting into it in time. Kreiner will have a chance to finish out the inning here with a man on second. Top of the order, lead him up now. He's only batted with 2 outs or as the leadoff tonight. 1-0 just inside. One and one now. Lead him tonight as 2 hits, a walk, and 1 out. 2 for 3. Grounded to third. Chmielewski ends the inning. Pios trail by 8. They still got 6 outs to play with. More Pios baseball back after this.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Murphy's day done after 7. Winger comes in from the bullpen to take the mound. A couple other changes as well. As we see Dallas Young take center field. We see Caleb Rodriguez take short. And number 31, Kenny Dotson Jr. takes second. Evans will lead off. He's going to be the first opponent for Winger, who's a 2.76 ERA this season. This one fouled away. It's 0-1. Evans, Odom, and Cooper Smith, the 3 due up this inning. Fouled away. It's 0-2. Now remember, the Pioneers will be back here at Dunfield tomorrow when they face the Geneva Red Wings. And it's second hit by pitch of the day for Evans. He keeps his on-base streak alive. 1 for 1, 2 hit by pitches. And Winger's first batter gets on base. That'll bring up Zach Odom. He's 0 for 2 today. Tough double play in his previous at-bat. He's got a chance to try to get this Pios offense moving with a runner on. Pios have a lot of work to do, but still a little more time. Never say never. Evans goes, and he's going to be called out. 1 away. 1-1 here. 1 away. This one popped up. 2 away. Cooper Smith gets another shot at the plate. 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. 2 outs here. That one's going to be grounded over to second. Dotson Jr. That throw goes wild, but it probably wouldn't have beat Cooper Smith anyway. So it will be ruled as a hit. Runner on first now with 2 away. I'll bring up Sofsky. Low, ball 1. Two now here. Now 2-1. Two and two here. Inside, ball 3. Good lean back from Sofsky to avoid it. Full count. Fouled away. Still a full count. This one chopped over to first. Not fielded cleanly enough. And that'll not only get Sofsky on first, that's also going to get a runner to third. Big play there. It was basically a bunt swing, but it forces a little fielding commodity. Hits off of the first baseman's glove, and he can't get back to it on time. Now my question is whether it's going to be graded as an error or a hit. We're still waiting. We're still waiting whether it's an error or a hit. It will be graded as a hit. Thank you. Runner now on third. That one's going to be grounded to second. Picked up. The throw to first on target. That'll end the inning. We'll be back. 9th inning. 3 outs to go for the Pios. Batavia might come away with this one.
What if white wine was not made for poultry, but for friendship? What if red wine set aside the steak and made room for love? What if we've been drinking wine wrong all along, and instead wine was to be shared as a human experience with love, integrity, and hope? Hi, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the vineyard manager and property manager of Bully Hill Vineyards, and I'm a 4th generation winemaker and 5th generation grape grower of my family. So it all started with my great-great-grandfather George and his son Walter Taylor Sr. They came up to this region for the promise of a better life due to the rising wine industry on Keuka Lake. Walter Taylor was the one who first started the Taylor Wine Company. The Taylor Wine Company was one of the largest wineries in the United States. My great-grandfather had passed away, and my grandfather Brayton and his 2 brothers Fred and Clarence took over the company, at its peak producing around 40 million gallons of wine a year. Grayton had a son, Walter, who was my father, and he started Bully Hill Vineyards in 1967. My father had a vision for the Finger Lakes wine industry. When Bully Hill was started, only 5 producers existed, and now there's over 300. And he firmly believed that you have to have a certain level of integrity and honesty with the people around you and yourself. And these are kind of the staples of what our business is. Bully Hill was built on the back of French-American hybrid vines. These varietals were developed in France in the 19th century, and they were brought over by my grandfather in the 1950s. And here at Bully Hill, we started the experimental farm, from where these hybrid varietals have made their way to almost all 50 states. As we become more environmentally conscious, we're looking for agricultural solutions that have less impact on the environment. Now, the French hybrids that my grandfather brought over in the 1950s already solved this problem ahead of time. They take half the amount of fungicide, and that was the backbone of what built Bully Hill, the French-American hybrids. My dad firmly believed that a product is an extension of a person's soul, and we still adhere to that today at Bully Hill Vineyards. His memory and his vision is still seen around the Finger Lakes. Here at Bully Hill, we're excited about the future and sharing this experience with you. Bully for you.
Nick Focaro enters the game. He's going to be tasked with getting the final 3 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Corso, Cano, and Aggia are the 3 due up. Focaro's only pitched 4 1/3 this season, but he's done a good job in just keeping things relatively quiet in them. His main goal, just get outs and help preserve some more bullpen arms. This stage of the game, that's all the Pioneers need. Nothing too crazy. You get to see the Submariner back in action. Nice one to strike 1, opening out his appearance from the bullpen. One and one. A little bit outside that time. Still a 1-1 count. Two and one. Fouled away, it's now 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Focaro starts his outing with a strikeout to Corso. One away here in the top of the 9th. Cano now up. Hasn't got a hit today. He's gone on base twice with walks. Oh, and 1. Gets a first strike to start this at bat, too. This one's going to be sent to short and bounces off Sofsky's glove. That was a really hard to get ball. So good effort there for Sofsky, but a single for Cano. That'll bring up Aggia with 1 on and 1 out. Gia today, 0 for 3, but had that leadoff walk. Low, ball 1. This one sent to left. We won't have the distance to clear a wall, though. In fact, it's going to be pretty far low. It can always be a little tough to tell the depth when it comes to fly balls from time to time. But Nick Focaro, that summary motion, he's got a lot of movement. And combine that with how hard it is to hit a home run here at Dunfield, unless you're Kyle Corso. I mean, or if you're Joe Muzio or Aiden Blake. That's a good recipe for success. 2 away now for Young. He's going to make his first at-bat today after coming on as a defensive replacement. Fouled away, 0-1. Strike 2 here. A 2 away and a runner on. That one's going to be grounded to Blake. And the inning is over. Focaro surrenders 1 hit, strands 1 runner. That'll be it for the Pios this time. Last Chance Saloon coming right up. Bottom of the 9th. It's Wayman, Blake, and Manler due up. The Pios, 1% chance, 99% faith. And Kyle, it's unfortunately not the Pios. A 9-1 lead for Batavia as they look to clinch a spot in the playoffs. And actually, at this stage, Yeah, no. This win would clinch Batavia a playoff trip because they'd be up on the gap with enough games left to play. Iowa's not wanting to go down just yet, though. That one outside, 1-2. I will add, however, we do have a couple other final scores. Albany leading against Glens Falls. Utica ultimately loses 5-4 to Utica. So, Batavia winning tonight would also get them closer to trying to secure the number 1 seed in the PGCBL West Division. And would clinch a spot in the playoffs. That one's going to be grounded. Wayman beats the throw by sorry, I misspoke. Out by a step. That's what I meant to say. I didn't actually think he was safe. He did look out by about a step. One away here. 2 outs to go for the Pios. Tough night, but the Pios, they're known to bounce right back from tough defeats. Started the season 0-5. Now they're in P5 and very close to a playoff berth. Swing and miss for Aiden Blake. Tough night for Blake, but a strong season, strong run. The Pios as a whole, just not perfect tonight. But Aiden Blake, he's going to improve his night here with a big shot to left. Really good job to track it down by Trey Bacon, 2 away. Again, it's just well-hit balls after well-hit balls. And unfortunately for the Pios, it just seems that a Muckdog is always teleporting right to where it lands. That'll bring up Max Manler with 2 outs. Final chance for the Pios. Strike 1 taken from Manler. Manler today got on base with an error and also got on base with a single. This one's going to be grounded over to second, and I think that might be another error. Manler staying at 1. We'll have to wait and see whether that's called an error or a hit. But Manler gets on base to keep the game alive. And it'll be graded as an error. It's at second. 1 for 4 today, but gets on base 3 times. A solid night for Manler. Even if he's not always getting on base with hits, he's usually getting on base. That was evident at the start of the season when he was getting a 400 OPS. And that's evident now as he continues that rate. That'll bring up Joe Muzio, 2 outs. Fouled away 0-1. That's the 5th error tonight for Batavia. Despite it, their offense has been strong, and they hold the lead. Oh, and 2 here for Muzio. Muzio doesn't have a hit tonight. He had 2 well-hit balls and a strikeout. He's got a chance to try to keep this game alive. Shimoleski on deck. Low, ball 1. Lights are on. The night is out. It's 10:10 p.m. Muzio grounds that to first, and that'll be the game. A 9-1 victory for Batavia here at Dunn Field, getting revenge for the previous loss that the Pios gave the Muckdogs on the road. Congratulations to the Batavia Muckdogs, who, if I am not mistaken, which I'm pretty sure I'm not at this stage, Jamestown and the Pioneers lost. They are officially locked into the PGCBL postseason and will finish in the top 4 of the standings. That's not the same sentiment that can be said for Utica yet, as they've taken a loss and could reasonably fall if things go sour for them. The Pioneers remain in 5th in the standings, but fall half a game back more to the Doubledays. The same will happen for Jamestown. 21-20 is now the Pioneers' record. 27-14 is the record for Batavia. I'm Taylor Storthy. Thank you for watching. 4 more games left in the regular season, and the Pios still in the playoff fight. We'll see you tomorrow night back at Dunn Field.